Greetings, fellow time travelers. Welcome back to the Prologue world for some more wholesome, unedited, unsensational, and thoroughly unimpressive Minecrafting action. We are on episode 83 today. I'm gonna have to run inside and sleep first thing because the sun is setting very rapidly. I'm just gonna sleep in my easy access bed. I have a very special episode in line for you guys today. I have a very important topic to discuss. As I'm going to continue digging out the basement, I'm going to be talking to you guys about motivation. About motivation and laziness. These are very related concepts. So I think it's fairly appropriate to try to talk about both of them in the same episode. Man, this chest is completely filled now. I'm gonna have to start. Oh, that's right. I already did start stacking the cobblestone into this one. Yeah, the cobblestone and the dirt is going to be moved down to the storage room in the basement once the storage room is complete. Let's go ahead and check on how the farm is going. I do want to keep an eye on the grass here because I kind of want to complete this, and I'm waiting for this tree to grow, hopefully into a nice impressive big tree so that I don't have to re-roll it again. Alright, well, let's go to the basement and get back to the digging. And I guess the topic of motivation kind of is kind of relevant, pertinent to the digging action, because I guess that's some hard work, right? Having to dig through all of that, all of the cobble, all of the stone, having to dig all of this out. Minecraft takes some motivation. I do kind of want to premise this with a bit of a disclaimer. Like I want to make sure that you understand. It is different. I do think that it's different to talk about motivation when in the context of work, in the context of working a job, like for money. That's a different context, and it's different. The dynamics, the psychological dynamics are different for that. Like I function very differently at work than I do off work in real life. Like at work, I find it much, I stay active. I stay very active at work. I do not have motivational issues at work. And I hope that any future employer, I am currently trying to find a job. And now I don't release these videos in real time, so by the time I'm releasing this video I probably will already be employed, so I'm not really too worried about any potential employer getting the wrong impression from this video that I'm going to be justifying laziness here. No, and it's very different. Laziness at work is a very different matter than just not feeling motivated to do anything that's difficult, to do the difficult things in life, in day-to-day life. Okay, I think that there's a big difference there. So, all right, well, let me dive into it. Okay, I do feel like I have a lot I can say about this topic because it's very dear to me, because I've had a lot of motivational difficulties throughout my lifetime. I've experienced a tremendous amount of depression in my life, and at this point in my life, I feel like I'm much better off than I used to be. I used to be much more depressed. Currently, I'd say I would probably still qualify for. I could probably still consider myself depressed, because by regular usual standards, I probably would still qualify for that assessment, right? Because I still struggle to remain in a good mood all of the time. I'm really not always in a good mood. That's not the case, but I'm much better off than I used to be. It used to be that I really just did not want to do anything at all other than dwell on on with dwell on suicidal ideation. That was that I was there for a very long time, for months after months, for months upon months. It felt like it was the only thing that I ever known at the time, I mean, it basically felt that was my life for years. I mean, it was at its worst for several months, but for years before that, it was pretty bad. Basically, it felt like my entire life I was depressed, and that's how it feels like when you're thoroughly depressed. It feels like that's been your life. That's how you always felt. And that it basically was the case. I mean, since I was like 16 or so, that's around the time when it started, and it just lasted up until 2021, sometime in 2021. I mean, in 2020, I'd say is when I started feeling a distinct change, and then in 2021, I'd say I felt like something like life was substantially different, and I felt much better. I still do not feel like I'm fully recovered, but I do feel much better. Anyways, the reason I mention that is because I do have a lot to say about matters of motivation, and I hope that I have I have plenty of time to talk about this, because there's more digging to do. There's a lot more digging to do. You know, once this is dug out, I gotta fill in the dirt with planks, and then I got to install the storage chests. Yeah. Yeah. All right. Yeah. So let's get on with it. Let me actually get into the subject. I want to make the case that laziness, the concept of laziness, is basically a fake concept. Like, I basically do not believe that laziness is real. I think that people invoke the concept of laziness as a superficial flex when they're just trying to shame other people that are less fortunate than themselves. So in this regard, I delineate quite diametrically from the typical stoic conservative principle, right? The typical talking points of your typical stoic philosophy kind of comes down to just forcing yourself to do the difficult things in life. Right? To like, well, it's, you know, life is hard, and you gotta just, well, buckle up and make yourself do the things that you know you need to do. And this is all. It's, I mean, that is the case, but you might not have the. I don't believe that everybody necessarily has the motivation for it, and I do think that motivation is a biological matter. It's a matter of it's a biochemical matter. It comes down to brain chemistry. You need the right kind of brain chemistry to enable you to do what you need to do in life. I kind of need more light. Do I not have any more iron? Seriously, am I completely out of iron? I want more chain. Oh, there we go. There's my iron. I do have iron. That's good. So I'm going to want more chain. I'm going to want lanterns hanging down from the top. I guess I don't need them right away. It's lit, sufficiently lit with the torches. Because I'm not sure exactly where they're going to be. Yeah, let's not worry about the lanterns just yet. Let me go ahead and complete digging this section out. Because I do need to dig out this one more layer. Yeah, we're good on the pickaxes. So yeah, I delineate from that perspective. I do not believe that that's the case. That you always can make yourself do the things that you know, even if you want to do those things, even if you do believe that that's what you need to do. And sometimes even that is not the case. Sometimes if you're in if you're depressed enough, you're not going to even know what you're supposed to do. You're not going to want to do anything at all. You might be very confused about what the point of life is. And in that case, motivation is like you not only do you not have motivation, you don't even know what you need the motivation for. You might not have a clear sense of direction in life, a clear sense of like what am I even working towards, and in that circumstance, it's even more difficult to get yourself to do anything. I mean, getting yourself to play a video game takes motivation. Heck, I mean, if you're depressed enough, you're not going to want to do. You're not going to want to do any of the typical enjoyable activities in life. You're not going to be able to enjoy anything. You're not going to be able to enjoy the food you're eating. Gosh, it's really hard for me to say this, but you're not going to be able to enjoy the sunset. All right, that's if you you may know from watching previous episodes, I have a great reverence for the sunsets, and I really like to. God, it's really hard to talk about this. Excuse me. I really try to get the most out of my sunsets because I remember a time when I couldn't do that. When I would see a beautiful sunset, and I knew that it was absolutely amazing, and I could not enjoy it, and it's an absolutely heartbreaking experience. It's a very painful experience to go through. All right, so if you're in that circumstance, you know you're way past the considerations of like what motivation. You're not even, you have absolutely no motivation to do anything. So in that regard, I like it's really I find it really unfair to invoke the concept of laziness, considering that such a thing as depression exists. That there are people that can't really don't feel like they have the energy to do even the enjoyable things in life, let alone the difficult things in life that take effort, that take emotional energy, right? Like it takes brain energy, it takes a certain, what are they called, neuro, the particles in your brain. I forget what they're called. Crap. I don't care to. I don't remember what they're called. Perhaps I'll mention it in the description if I remember. But yeah, the things in your brain. It takes certain brain particles, okay, to stay motivated, to get yourself to do the difficult things in life, right? I actually want some like real stone to go up there, and I'm gonna need some wood. I guess I can go ahead and fill in with the wood. Go ahead and do the wood portion of it. There's that, and this is just gonna go all the way down. And then over here in this direction, I kind of actually want the room to open up in this direction, and then I want the stairs to go down along this side of the wooden pillar. But anyways, so I just do not recognize the concept of laziness as a real thing. I dare say that it's basically a fake concept. I think that people invoke the concept of laziness as a means to flex, to act like they're superior, to flex their to flex their superior capacity to do what needs to be done, or to do the thing is, when you're not depressed, it gets much easier to do those things, especially if you're already used to doing them. It's much easier to do things that you've already done before, if you're already on a roll, if it's like a part of your regular routine. That makes it much easier to do those things. I need more pickaxes, and I need to drop off the cobblestone. Sorry guys, trying to stay focused on what I'm doing while simultaneously maintaining the commentary. It's hard, okay? This is hard. This is so difficult. It takes motivation, man. Yeah, playing Minecraft, this takes motivation. This game takes motivation, because doing all of this stuff, it can get tedious. It can be pretty difficult. But the thing is, like, I'm used to doing it. Like, I've been playing Minecraft every day. I basically exclusively play this one game. This is the only game that I play. Oh, I hear Enderman sounds. Oh, I wanted to sleep. That's why I was going upstairs. I wanted to sleep. Yeah, let me do that before any Endermen teleport to the inside of my house. I hear them. I gotta be watching out. He might be upstairs in the bedroom for all I know. I gotta be ready for a fight anytime. The thing to do is to just get to a doorway, because that's a way to get away. That's a very convenient way to get away from an Enderman, is to just go to a doorway. All right, well, he's not in here. He's not around here. I don't know where he's at. I hear him. He might be on the roof. I don't know. Not seeing him anywhere. All right, well, let me go ahead and sleep, and then I got so much more to say about this topic. Well, we're just getting started, right? This is still pretty early on in the episode. Now, I might have to suddenly end this episode, because I am expecting a phone call potentially from a potential employer, because I have applied to a couple of places to get myself working. But I'm doing this very early in the morning, so hopefully I'm not going to get this phone call while I'm trying to record. Hopefully. Oh, there he is. If I do have to end this episode abruptly, alright, if I am going to have to end the episode abruptly, just be aware that basically the rules remain the same for unlocking the next episode. The way that I'm doing this now is this is found footage, you guys, because I'm not going to release the next episode unless I get at least a couple of comments from you guys, a couple of some fairly substantial comments. Like, I would like to see at least 2 people. You can look at him through the window. He's not gonna see you looking at him through the window. Glass, like, and the mobs, they can't look through the glass. That's Minecraft. Some Minecraft features, I guess, for you. So a lot of people don't know that. But yeah, if I have to end this episode abruptly, please be aware that I'm not going to release the next episode unless I get a couple of some feedback. I would like to hear from at least two of my viewers in the comments that please mention. It doesn't have to be long. Just mention something from. I just want to hear you respond to something in the episode, so that I know that you watched at least a little bit of this, and that you do want to see a continuation of this. All right, I just need some reassurance of that, because I feel bad about releasing this kind of junk content, this kind of unedited junk rubbish. I feel bad about publishing this stuff on YouTube if nobody wants to see it, and if nobody actually likes it. But I would like, I really want comments. Like, I want to see comments. Like, that's more important to me than receiving likes. Okay, because when people leave me likes, I don't know if that, people might just be doing that out of sympathy, and not really because they actually like the content, right? So I would really appreciate a couple of comments from you guys before I release the next episode. Or if I don't, then I might never release the next episode. That's the way that this works now. That's why I call this the Unlocked series. It's now we're in the Unlocked era of the Prologue world. Oh yeah, I need to make some stone pickaxes. Let me do that. I guess I'm just not gonna fight the Enderman right now. He went away. He teleported. He skedazzled out of here on his merry way. So we're just gonna leave him alone and keep digging, because I have more things to say about this. Okay. I wasn't really meaning to talk about depression. That's not really what I have on my index card. Oh yeah, I wanted to drop off the coal and pick up the where have I been leaving my coal? I do not have a chest. This is the chest for the coal. I do have a chest for the coal. There we go. That's where I've been stashing my coal. Oh yeah, I wanted to pick up some charcoal, because I use charcoal. Do I not have any charcoal? Oh, I do not. This is where I would keep it if I did have it. Let's burn up some trees. Time to burn some trees over here for some charcoal. let's just convert these logs into planks, and I'm going to go ahead and burn up these logs into charcoal. Yep. Oh man, I should have put the birch logs into it. Oh well, that's alright. It's already... I'll just hope that this is going to be enough. This is going to be enough. I don't have that much. I'm not going to need that many planks down there. I guess I can go ahead and fill in the walls. Let's go ahead and do that now. Because yeah, this in this direction, I'm not sure. I'm gonna have to think a little bit more about how this is gonna go. Whereas this is already kind of, I basically already know what I'm doing over here. This is just gonna need to get filled in with. I kind of want to extend this pillar all the way down. I do want to see the oak wood going all the way through here. And then this, you know what, I kind of just want this. If I do want ledges over here, I'm gonna want them out of planks. I'm gonna want plank ledges. So yeah, all of this is gonna need to go. I want wood. I want to see good old oak planks, plank wood over here. So let's go ahead and pick all of this. Oh, I'm hearing the Enderman again. Oh, that's not an Enderman. That is a pillager's sound. Oh. I don't think that they can spawn in onto the inside. They better be outside. They better not be able to spawn in onto the inside of my house. I don't think that they can. Although I have so much open space, I'm not sure what the mechanics are for the mob spawn. I mean, I know the like zombies and skeletons and creepers aren't going to be able to spawn on the inside, but I don't know about Endermen. I don't know about pillagers. Where are they? I heard them. I heard pillagers. We're getting ambushed today. There they are. Man, they must be the guys that killed my sheep. That's probably what happened to my sheep. Oh well, they're outside. I'm not really interested in this fight right now because I really want to complete the conversation. I want to keep talking. I'm not really up for this fight. I don't really care. They're outside. They're out of the way. They're just going to despawn after a while. I don't need to go out there right now. I'm just going to keep doing what I'm doing, and they're gonna just mind their own business. They can't really do anything to me. They're just gonna wander around. They're stuck. They spawned right into my sheep farm. And they're stuck there. Well, they're just going to despawn. They're going to have to climb over the fence eventually and despawn. And get on out of there. Okay, I want to bring some stairs and slabs with me. I'm going to need some stairs and some slabs. I do have plenty of stairs and plenty of slabs. Slabbity slabs. Slabbity slabs. Okay, I think we got everything we need. Alright, what do I have on my index card? Good thing I have it, right? I do need it for reference here. Oh yeah, so it's one of the things that you really need to stay motivated. Do I want to go ahead and fight these guys off? I really don't. I don't care about them. I just don't care to. And it's going to be easy to get this guy. He's just over here by himself. I guess I can at least do that. And then I can get those guys in a line, and they'll just kill each other, pretty much. I mean, they might have... Those fights can be more difficult than they look, because they might have piercing arrows and stuff. No, screw it. I want to focus on the conversation. I want to finish the conversation. I don't want to extend this conversation to the next episode. Let me just go... I just want to stay on topic. So yeah, it takes... One of the things that it takes to remain motivated is to have a sense of direction, to have a sense of objective, of where you're headed, of what you're doing, why you're doing what you're doing, right? So that's very important, and that's kind of very difficult. I find that, like, I was seeing a therapist at the time, And I felt like the therapist I had, I don't know if all therapists, I mean, it's really difficult to come up with good reasons for, like, she had no idea, like, what to tell me about, like, how to answer the question of, like, what the point of life is, right? So the best she could come up with was, like, the myth of Sisyphus, right? Of like, there is standard philosophy about, like, absurdist philosophy about how to like, make the best of life even when it appears to be completely devoid of meaning. But I that was not really satisfactory to me. I couldn't that wasn't acceptable to me. Like, I struggled tremendously with just being, being like, oh, okay, that's all I need. That makes sense to me. That's that's all I can live with that. That's good. No, it was not like, I still remain stuck trying to figure out what the heck to make of life. Trying to figure out what, because that just wasn't that wasn't good enough for me to let go of the question, of to enable me to stop thinking about it, to stop dwelling on it, right? The myth of Sisyphus just did not go far enough for me. So until basically, until I came up with the concept of family tribe revival, that's what really cured my depression. Family tribe revival, the idea, the vision, and I've talked about it many times now on this channel. I have certain episodes that are dedicated to this topic. So if you're interested in that, I don't want to go into it in depth right now about family tribe revival. Basically the vision is that in the future, many generations from now, that your grandkids of your grandkids are going to remain together, to stay together, to live together and work together, to basically purchase adjacent property until you have a large group of relatives that live and work, that live next to each other, and that live together, and ideally work at the same place, work at a family business perhaps, in which everyone's contributing to the same business. Because I believe that that's the prehistoric social dynamics that we evolved with, and to me, intuitively, that strikes me as what we're missing in life. I think that that's exactly what we need, and that vision alone was so invigorating to me that I attribute it to curing my depression. I do feel like that's what it took. That's basically what got me out of it. Okay, I'm trying to figure out how did I do this in my other worlds? Because basically I had this. I already did this. I had like planks. I think I had planks like this. Or did I have? Oh, okay. I had planks up on the third level. Like here, and then I had. I don't exactly remember. And then I think I had like. I went inwards, one more block inwards, and then I had a series of, like, a row of chests lining the bottom. I think that's what I did. Yeah, and then that's exactly what I did. Let me just go ahead and follow through with that now. And I think that I think that. I basically had these going all the way, and then I had planks. Let's go ahead and fill this in with planks. And then this is going to be just slabs over here. And let's just complete this planks there, slabs there, planks there, and then over here, I think I had like, this needs to come back. I shouldn't have removed the stone there. I want the stone to come back there. I want upside down stairs along the top there. And there's going to be like one more chest that goes in here. Torch there. Yeah. And then down here, I'm going to have like a crafting table. In between the rows of chests, there's going to be like a couple of chest here, chest here, chest here, chest here, and then perhaps like one more chest over here as well. I'm thinking. And then I wanted to go ahead and fill this in. So one of the things that helped me out tremendously. Having a sense of objective helped me out tremendously. The vision of family tribe revival, of that distant future, even though I'm not going to be alive to see it come to completion, just being able to work towards that, having a clear sense of direction in life, of like, now I know that yes, I want to have kids. I want to have kids, and I want to I want to purchase a house that's next to I want to make enough money to buy a house for myself, and then make more money to buy a house that's adjacent to my house, to buy out the neighbors, because eventually all houses go on sale. Eventually, though if it doesn't happen in your lifetime, perhaps it'll happen in your children's lifetime. It doesn't have to be immediately adjacent. It could be like a couple of just somewhere within the block. The idea is that eventually your relatives, the grandchildren of your grandchildren, are going to basically own the block, and you're going to have your own little family turf, your own little family tribal turf. It's going to be like a city block. And that idea was so invigorating to me, just having that clear sense of direction, like, yes, that is what I want out of life. That was exactly what I needed. That made me feel like, okay, now I know what I'm working towards. Okay, and just having that sense of objective, and it's and that vision, it's different from, on a philosophical level, that vision feels so natural. Like that, it doesn't make you question, like, well, why? What's the point of that? Like, what's the point of family tribe revival, right? Like, because the point is obvious, because it naturally strikes you, like on a biological level. I think we have like evolved. That's like kind of the social environment that we evolved with. And that's why, like, on a biological level, like, we're not even inclined to question that. Like, of course, we would really like that kind of future. We would really like to be surrounded by relatives, by people that are related to us, who care about each other, that work together, that live together and work together. And I think that in the tribal era, nobody, it didn't occur to anybody to think about what the point of life is, because it was just so blatantly obvious to them that, of course, the point of life is to contribute to the tribe, to work towards, to contribute towards the flourishing of the tribe, of the family tribe. And it was just so obvious that there was no philosophers, because nobody became depressed to begin with, because it was just blatantly obvious what the objective was. For everyone just knew what to do, knew what they it was nobody. There was no Sisyphus. There wasn't nobody that was like, nobody felt like life was a mystery to them. People just intuitively knew what to do next, because they had a clarity about what the objective was. That, yeah, of course, the objective is to secure a future, to secure to work towards a more secure future for the tribe. And it was very, there was no question about it. Like, of course, that's what you're supposed to do, and so and it's a very existential. It's like a completely secular, that doesn't require any kind of supernatural. It doesn't invoke any supernatural concepts. It doesn't require you to be religiously minded. None of that. No, it's a completely secular, a completely what's the word? Existential perspective. Right? Like, it just feels right. That it feels like, yeah, of course, that's what you're supposed to do. So, anyways, the reason I went on that tangent. I was really just trying to make the point that you need a sense of objective in your life. And really, I besides for family tribe revival, I don't even have anything else to offer. Like, I can't even tell you. I don't have any more answers beyond that. I don't know what else the objective could be. Like, that to me is the only objective that I could really come up with. Other than that, like, yeah, life strikes you. Like, we have no certainty. We have no clarity about what the point of life is. There is, like, the existentialism comes down to, you have to come up with your own reasons for existing, for what to work towards, because nobody can tell you that, because philosophers are completely stumped by that question. There is no clarity about what we're supposed to do, what we're working for, what we're living for. Nobody knows. Nobody freaking knows. Nobody has a clue. We have some clues, I suppose. But there's religion. Religion has, but to me, religion strikes me as not quite sufficient. Like it doesn't offer satisfying answers. It leaves you with mysteries. Whereas family tribe revival, it feels right. It's like, yeah, this feels right. Whereas the supernatural, objective, it doesn't quite have that same kind of that same level of what's same kind of power to it. That same kind of it doesn't strike me as motivating as the family tribe revival, the vision of family tribe revival. Does that make sense? That's a separate topic. I do want to talk more. I want to spend more time talking about that in particular, about family tribe revival versus religion. Because I do think that the concept of family tribe revival offers a distinct, it's a distinct perspective. It's very different from religion, and I think I would dare say that it's a superior, it's a more motivating. It's more motivating than the expectation of heavenly rewards. But that's a separate topic. That's a different topic for another day. I'll get to that at another time. I'm curious. I'm not sure. I need more wood. I'm out of wood. I need more wood. Let's get some more plankety planks. What else? So yeah, the reason I went off onto the tangent of family tribe revival is because that's my objective in life, right? Now you might have, you might come up with other with other possibilities. I mean, perhaps you are a religiously inclined person, and perhaps you find religion to be sufficient. Like people talk about needing God in their lives to like fill the God-shaped hole in their hearts, right? Come on. There we go. People like to talk about, religious people talk about that a lot, invoke that concept, right? That you really need religion in your life, because other than that, there's nothing else to live for. Well, I would dare say that actually, I think that God fills a tribe-shaped hole in your life. Like I would say that actually it's not that we need God in our lives, we need the family tribe in our lives, and that's what's missing from our lives. And then up above, I just went upside down stairs. Over here, I guess I'll end up with like a banner here or something like that. I just want to fill this in, and then yeah, just have basically a pillar down the middle, and then have some more chests. Gosh, this chute is so freaking obstructive. I have to remove it. I need the interface on because I need to see where I'm pointing at. I mean, it's not that I need to see where I'm pointing at. I need to see the block outline. Like the interface outlines, like it has the black. It surrounds the block with the black line. That's what I'm looking for. That's what I need right now. It does make it easier to build. Oh, come on. There we go. We're making substantial progress today, guys. Substantial progress. Yeah, I kind of just want to fill this in completely, because it looks kind of awkward to just have like one pillar down the middle but not have these ones, right? And it looks kind of awkward to have the torches on the sides. This looks... I'll figure something out for this space. I feel like maybe a painting, or I'm not sure what... Something needs to go here. I'll have to think about that and figure something out. And then in here, I'm going to want to dig these out and have chests protruding out here. And then I'm thinking I'm going to have some more furnaces and I'm gonna have furnaces on that side, and a map cartography table on this side is the idea. And this is gonna be wood. Oak logs. Yep, just like that. And same thing on that side. Just to follow through with the pattern. There we go. Same thing on this side. So yeah, the idea for this room, this is going to be a storage room. I guess I'm just going to fill this in with actual stone. I'm just going to have a smooth stone block, a smooth stone floor. There we go. Furnaces over here. Yeah, let's make those furnaces. Okay, so yeah, the point I'm trying to make is that it does help. It goes a long way to know, to have a clear sense of objective of like what you're working towards. That helped me tremendously. That was a game changer for me, and for me that was Family Tribe Revival. It might be something different for you. It might be that that Family Tribe Revival doesn't really have as much. It doesn't feel as fulfilling to you. It's not really a satisfying answer for you as it was for me. Right? So all of this is going to get broken down. So the top of that wall, I'm not sure if that's going to, if I'm going to keep, basically this, I'm going to have a lot more digging to do over here, because it's going to basically continue on in that direction. For the time being, I guess I don't really need to do that for the time being. I could just put up some, freaking fence post up here. It's going to look kind of dorky, kind of, but also kind of organic, actually. This is fine for now. It's pretty for the temporary, temporarily this looks fine. Over here, there's going to be a giant map. I want this to be a map wall. It's going to be a huge map. I mean, we have space for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I want stairs. I want upside down stairs lining the top. Yeah. So we're going to have space for 1, 2, 3, 4. It's going to be 4 by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 4 by 9 map. That's huge. That's a pretty darn big map. I mean, it's a slightly it's not an even number, which is a bit of a downside, but that's not too big of a downside. I mean, that's all right. That's all right. 4 by 8 map would be kind of ideal, but we're in an oddly symmetrical building. Like it's an odd number, right? 17 by 17. So it's the symmetry. The middle of the symmetry is a full block, as opposed to a line in between. If it was had even symmetry, then it would be. Then you would end up with an even number for the width of the map. But since it's an odd symmetry, we have an odd number, an odd count. So yeah, you need a sense of objective in your life. That does help tremendously with motivation. Gosh, I'm gonna have to continue this topic onto the next episode, because it's a big topic. In the next episode, I mean, I guess I'm going to continue. I'm going to need to. I'm not sure what I'm doing. I mean, I guess in the next episode, I guess I'm going to continue on building inwards, going further in, down into the caves, because all of this needs to be dug out. I mean, but the thing is, I kind of want to move on to trying to find diamonds. The thing is, these caves don't really go down very deep, and there's caves underneath, and I kind of want an easy access to the caves underneath. So what I'm going to do, actually, the plan is I'm going to there's another cave entrance. There's a big cave entrance to some caves that go underneath these caves. So I'm going to not enter from here. I'm going to enter from another spot, from another place. I'm not going to go directly down here yet until I explore the caves underneath. Once I explore the caves underneath, I'm going to connect the caves underneath with these caves by a ladder somewhere. And I want to have stairs going down. Okay, so down in this direction. I just want stairs going in this. So over here, I kind of want to just let's complete the episode with this. I want to just dig this space out over here, and then in this direction, I want the staircase to continue. I want the staircase going down this way. And there's in this going further into the caves. So like over here, basically this is going to get carved out. So there's just going to be open space, and there's going to be this floor is going to get filled in with probably with stone, maybe with planks, maybe even just with planks, just this section of it. And then I'm going to have a wooden rail going across this portion of that side of the basement. This is still very incomplete. All right, this is I just wanted this room done because I needed storage. So that's the whole reason why I started doing this before I went into the caves to find diamonds. I mean, the next stage, the next thing that I'm shooting for is finally I'm going to actually go down into the caves and try to find some diamonds, because I'm ready for it. I'm ready for diamonds. I have the cows now that I have the cows going. I'm ready to make some I'm ready for the enchanting. I'm ready and you need diamonds for the enchanting table. You need diamonds. I'm gonna need to mine out some obsidian for the enchanting table. Okay, over here is gonna be a cartography table. Over here, there's gonna be some torches over here. Torches. This torch looks kind of ugly there, doesn't it? Yeah, this is going to change. All of this is all going to get carved out. All right, I need to bring the episode to a close. I really didn't cover a lot of the bullet points I had on my index card, but I feel like we're already at about the hour mark for this episode, and I don't want to make it super long. Because I guess this is a bigger topic than I anticipated. I have more things to say about on this matter than I gave myself time for. I had there's a few more things that I wanted to say about motivation. All right, I'm gonna have to leave you hanging. I want to build the cartography table. Just to complete this room. I kind of want a cartography table, and I'm gonna want some paper for that. I'm gonna need to. I don't think I have any. I do not have any sugarcane here yet. Let me go ahead and collect the sugarcane. I should be wearing my shield just in case I accidentally look at Enderman. The pillagers are still out there. I don't care. I don't care to engage them right now, because I have things to talk about with you. I want to focus on the conversation. But anyways, man, this tree, once again, it just gave me a tiny freaking, a freaking tiny ass balloon tree. It's really frustrating when it does that. But what can you do? I'll have to re-roll it again. And yeah, I'll have to wait for I'm gonna wait for the canopy to decompose. I don't want the tree growing right up into that canopy. That's alright, it won't take long. It'll be alright. This is like the third time in a row it's giving me a balloon tree. And this painting kind of cracks me up. It looks like, basically like, what is that? I think that it's like a painting of stone. It's like, it's hanging on a wall of stone, and it's a painting of like rocks. Like, that's what this painting makes me think of. It's kind of like the same color as the stone. It's like, yeah, that's a painting of stone. That's what. That's like some cobblestone. Here's you want to see some stone? Here's a painting of some stone hanging on some stone. I'm keeping it. I thought about re-rolling that because it's just so goofy that it's like just the same color. I kind of wish it was something brighter, but at the same time, it's just kind of goofy that it's like a painting of stone on some stone. I kind of want some more light over here. I'm kind of worried that mobs would spawn right in the cow farm, and I kind of want to put up some fence posts right here. Let me do that real quick, and then I gotta bring the episode to a close today. I didn't really cover everything I wanted to say. I have more things to say. I'm gonna leave this conversation for the next episode. I have more stuff to dig in the next episode. I have more things to say about this matter. So Well, please let me know in the comments. I'm going to need, once again, I'm going to need a couple of comments from you guys to let me know that at least two of you, that I have at least a couple of viewers that find this kind of content appealing to. There's at least two people out there who find this, what I'm doing here, appealing enough that they're willing to leave me a comment and let me know what they think of this subject. Do you think, does this apply to you? Do you struggle with motivation? Do you have struggle? Do you have get the same kind of impression as I do, that the concept of laziness really is just a fake concept, that people, that the people that self-identify, I mean, there's people that self-identify as lazy people, and I think that they're just full of it. Like I think they're lying to themselves. It's just a cop out. Like they're not really. It's not that they're lazy. They don't feel. Oops. Crap. I'm hearing sounds, hearing scary. I'm just doing this at night, but I feel perfectly safe out here. I mean, unless I get ambushed by an Enderman, unless I accidentally look at an Enderman, I kind of feel like I'm just perfectly safe doing whatever out here at night with no problem now. Now that everything's kind of covered up, I can just hang out here and work on this tree and do whatever, and farm in the dark with no problem. Oh, hey, the grass has grown. The grass has finished growing. That's nice. I don't have enough stone on me. I want to complete this real quick, too, now, before the end of the episode. Because this is kind of... I was really looking forward to this. It's really nice to see this come to completion. Yeah, let's get that done. And then I'm going to end the episode. So, yeah, if... I'm going to need to burn more stone. Let's just burn a full stack. I got plenty of charcoal now. I can go ahead and burn a full stack of stone. I just need a couple of it for now to complete the, just to fill in there. Just one more there. So yeah, I have more things to say on this matter. Let me know, please. I'm going to need a couple of comments to unlock the next episode. Now, if you guys are struggling to keep up with this, like I decided I do want to stick to the twice a week release schedule at most. At most twice a week. Even if people leave me comments, I don't want to do this once every 3 days. I don't want, because I want to, like, twice a week feels pretty comfortable to me as for a release schedule. I think that it's going to be easier for people to keep up with. For people who do work full time, you might only have like a couple hours per week to, that's already a lot of time, right? To spend on watching junk content, long unedited rubbish content, right? That's already a lot of time per week to be spending on things like this. So I don't want to release these episodes any more frequently than twice a week, so I'm going to continue doing this on like with Wednesday and Saturday. And if I don't get comments, if I do not get 2 comments before it's time to release the next episode, well, in that case, there's going to be delay. In that case, I'm going to wait to release them. And if you guys, if you guys just haven't gotten around to watching it yet, if you are one of those 2 people and you're a regular viewer of the channel, that's perfectly fine. I'm not going to be mad at you, for taking a little longer getting around to checking out the next episode. If you need to take some more time to get to it, that's exactly what, that's fine. I'll just take a little longer to release it. If I don't get my 2 comments, if it takes a while before I actually get my 2 comments, there's an apple there. I want that apple. If it takes some time to get my 2 comments, where did it go? I thought I saw an apple. Oh man, it disappeared right when I got to it. It disappeared. That's my luck. So yeah, if you guys aren't, find yourself not really keeping up, even with just twice a week, that's fine. That's, I'm not gonna, and even if you guys are just simply lose interest, I'm not going to be mad at anybody, for not leaving me comments, if you don't feel like this is appealing to you, if you've left comments in the past, but you've lost interest, that's perfectly, there's nothing wrong with that. I kind of accept that now, because that's basically what happens to. I feel like I haven't really retained anybody. Like, everybody loses interest eventually. So it might be the case that eventually I'm not going to get the 2 comments that I need to in order to release the next episode. And the reason I need those 2 comments is because I need confirmation from my viewers that there's at least 2 of you guys out there that actually like this stuff, that like it enough to leave me a comment, not just enough to like leave me a like, but to actually say something about what you see. Comment on what, please, say something about something from the video, or just, if it is completely unrelated, that's fine too. I just don't want people kind of cheating with the comments and just leaving me a completely unsubstantial, comment and expecting that to kind of count towards the 2. I just need 2 comments, but I would like them to be somewhat substantial, okay? And perhaps by the time that I'm releasing these, perhaps my channel is already doing well enough that it's not even it's like nowhere close to being an issue. Perhaps I'm getting lots of comments at this point. I don't know. I'm recording this. This is found footage, guys. This is found footage because I'm recording this months in advance. This video was recorded on March 13th, Thursday, March 13th, and I don't plan to release it until at the earliest on May 24th, I think. So I'm already like more than 2 months now in advance, which is great. I love the time dilation effect. All right, that's it, guys. That's all for this episode. I wanted to make the cartography table underneath, but that's all right. I already took long enough procrastinating on bringing the episode, procrastinating on landing the plane here. I tend to do this a lot, where I just take forever getting around to actually making my closing remarks. That's very common for me. You guys know me. So I'm completely unashamed, totally shameless in that regard. I just wanted to fly. Look at how beautiful it looks from a distance. I love how the wall of paintings turned out. It's turning out beautifully. Really looking forward to these trees finally growing into some substantial trees. This tree is good. I need to actually get rid of these planks and put the skirt of torches around this tree. Get that tree all situated. And then these trees, still waiting on these trees. And then I gotta complete the farm here. And then this build is gonna be complete. And the basement is almost complete now too. Alright, next episode, I'm not sure what I'm doing in the next episode. I'm going to continue with the conversation in the next episode, though. There's more things I have to say about this matter. I have more things left in my little index card that I didn't get to. In an hour of footage, I still didn't manage to complete this conversation. So I guess in the next episode, I'll talk a little bit more about motivation. I have more things to say on this matter. Please let me know what you think. If you don't, I'm not going to release the next episode. You're just not going to see it. So that might happen. I never know when this might be the last episode ever if nobody says anything. I might just be kind of left waiting for people from the future to leave me some responses. So it might be a long time before the next episode. If you guys don't say anything, it's not going to get released. So please do say something. I would really appreciate it. And I hope I'll see you next time. Alright guys, that is it. That's it for today. Thank you very much for watching. Shadowlay, my fellows. Shadowlay.